Good evening and welcome to the Nevis Newscast. Today is Tuesday, January 24th, 2017. I'm Donis Wilkinson-Keynes. The role which men have to play in the delivery of the 2030 Sustainable Development Agenda will be examined at a one-day men's forum set for Wednesday, January 25th. The Ministry of Social Development, through its Department of Sustainable Development and Gender Affairs Division, will convene the one-day forum in keeping with its continued commitment to advance the Sustainable Development Goals and broaden the scope for debate of the government's social policy. A notice from the Ministry of Social Development states that the initiative, which is the brainchild of Junior Minister the Honorable Hazel Brandy Williams, represents a concerted effort to expand the avenues for civil society to make its input in shaping the ministry's development plan and to keep abreast of external developments. Issues pertaining to men's health and well-being, labor rights in the workplace, and obstacles and opportunities in accessing legal or judicial recourse will be discussed as the government seeks to extract its areas for legislative priority. Scheduled to run from 9 a.m. to 3:30 p.m. at the Mount Nevis Hotel, the forum will bring together leaders in government and business, religious, youth, and community-based organizations in order to develop a more comprehensive national framework. The general public is asked to take note that due to the current mechanical problems being encountered at the pump station at Maddens, the Nevis Water Department is experiencing challenges in satisfying the water demands in a number of areas, and as such, the normal water pressure would be decreased. The areas are Butlers, Maddens, Brickhill, Potworks, Camps, Newcastle, Mount Lily, Shaws Road, Nisbet Settlement, Fountain, Westbury, Jones Estate, Catesby, Cotton Ground, Banscott, Jessops, and areas in close proximity. The Nevis Water Department regrets any inconvenience that may be caused and would like to express appreciation for your cooperation and understanding as it works towards improving the water services. The Eastern Caribbean Marine Management Area Network ECMAN project on Thursday, January 19th, held a consultation with fishermen to look at the management plan for the body of water between St. Kitts and Nevis, known as the Narrows. According to National Coordinator Janice Daniel Hodge, the ECMAN project, which commenced in 2013, has identified the Narrows as its project area.
The Narrows has been identified as the area in St. Kitts of Nevis because of the value that it has as a marine resource. It is a biodiversity hotspot, but it's also an area that is used for a lot of social, recreational, and livelihood activities. All of the resources for the ECMAN project is geared towards that area to ensure that the biodiversity is protected and the livelihoods of fishers is sustainable.
The objective of the ECMAN project is to ensure that the marine resources in St. Kitts and Nevis are strengthened and that the marine ecosystems are resilient to climate change.
What we're going to be looking at this evening is the management plan that is being proposed to see how best we can achieve the objective of involving communities in the management of the resources to ensure that they're used in a sustainable way and the objectives of the project can be enhanced. I must say also, under the ECMAN project or out of the ECMAN project, the Newcastle Bay Foundation was formed. Pretty much it mirrors the objectives of the ECMAN project, which is to ensure that you have sustainable fisheries, etc., but it has a much broader reach with regards to also looking at climate change and being climate resilient also. And so a number of persons who are here are also members of the Newcastle Bay Foundation, and I have to say that that is really a great accomplishment out of the ECMAN project to be able to bring the community, the fishers as well as other community members, to focus on the importance of the Narrows and how we can benefit the community overall.
Thursday's discussion was led by Dr. Will Heyman of LGL Ecological Research Association. To accomplish all of the project's activities, ECMAN is collaborating with stakeholders, including the Nevis Historical and Conservation Society, the lead agency that is dealing with the establishment of the Narrows as the fishing priority area, and the Department of Marine Resources on St. Kitts, the national implementing agency. Still to come. We'll give you the details after this break.
At a loss as to what's going on in Nevis? Tune into NNC on NTV. Don't worry if you don't have cable either. NNC will bring the news to you wherever you are. Facebook and Facebook Live. YouTube and YouTube Live. NevisTVOnline.com. Roku app, NTV mobile app, Smart TV, Apple TV, and any other IPTV platforms. When me ANC and you ANC, NNC.
Welcome back. Prime Minister the Honorable Dr. Timothy Harris surprised the Premier of Nevis and Senior Minister the Honorable Vance Amy on Monday, January 23rd by pausing a federal cabinet meeting to make a presentation. Prime Minister Harris, on behalf of his cabinet, presented Premier Amy with a plaque in recognition of his sterling contribution to the development of St. Kitts and Nevis.
I want to thank you, and on behalf of the cabinet, all of us here, we want to present to you a small token of our appreciation to your work as a son of the soil, not just of Nevis, but we see you through upbringing, through education, through involvement in sports, and all the other areas of socioeconomic life in which you have been involved, to have been a genuine son of St. Kitts and Nevis, of son of whom we will always be eternally grateful for the diversity of your contribution and for the consistency of your service to all the people of St. Kitts and Nevis, irrespective of their political affiliation.
Monday's presentation followed a service on Sunday to celebrate the 30th anniversary of the establishment of the Concerned Citizens Movement, the political party founded and led by Premier Amy.
Premier Amy stands unique in the Caribbean at this particular moment in time, if my recollection of contemporary history is correct, to be the only leader to have founded a party and to be at his helm at this particular juncture of time. And so that is an outstanding accomplishment.
I want to thank you again, Prime Minister, and thank you again, Cabinet colleagues, and to say to you that I am very humbled, and it's a great honor to have accepted this plaque. And I see decorated with a ribbon of blue, and with the inscription which was there. It really is something of beauty and something which we will cherish as a party, and I will cherish personally.
Premier the Honorable Vance Amy. The Department of Agriculture will continue its trend of honoring its long-serving field workers when it hosts its 23rd Agriculture Open Day. So notes Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Agriculture, Eric Evelyn.
Our patron for this year is Ms. Tizina Brooks, one of our very faithful employees at the Department of Agriculture. Ms. Brooks has been with the department for numerous years, and it is our pleasure to have her as our patron for 2017. We take this opportunity to congratulate Tizina for being selected and for accepting the offer to be our patron this year.
Meantime, Evelyn recently announced that the 23rd Agriculture Open Day will be held from March 30th to 31st under the theme Embracing Climate-Smart Agriculture to Achieve Food Security.
We have decided to place emphasis on climate-smart agriculture, primarily due to the effects that climate change has been having on agriculture worldwide. We should all by now be aware of the negative effects of climate change on the agriculture industry, hence the need for initiatives that could assist in combating such effects. The term climate-smart agriculture simply refers to utilizing agricultural practices that would mitigate against the harsh effects of climate change. Some farmers are already adopting various practices that are climate smart, and it is important that this issue be brought to the fore so that all could have a better understanding, thus the focus on this subject area.
Evelyn, who notes that the Ministry of Agriculture is also cognizant of the importance of food security, says focusing on the issue will make residents of Nevis aware of its significance and what can be done to attain it.
The term food security has become like a buzzword over the past few years for many regional and international organizations involved in agriculture. We here on NIVIS want these organizations and all of us here on NIVIS to recognize that we are on board in the quest to attain food security.
Interested persons can register for the open day at the Department of Agriculture at Prospect. That's it for this evening's edition of the NIVIS Newscast. On behalf of all of us here at the Department of Information, thank you for viewing. I'm Donis Wilkinson Keynes. Good night.